What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today we've got some FUT Champs gameplay. That's right, I went 2-0 in yesterday's video live and we've got 5 more games in here today up against some really good players and some really good teams and just testing out more of this team, a little bit deeper, understanding it. And I'm so happy with this team. I genuinely believe that I've got probably the most complete team that I can get outside of swapping out Bailey and Wendell for Ronaldo and either Jordi Alba or Marcelo Team of the Year. I don't really want to go and get those cards though, because it'll be a lot of work. Anyway, I've got some comments I want to get straight into and get straight through. Sam Birch says, please don't hate, but I just listen when I'm driving to and from work. There's no reason to hate on that. Hey dude, you use this how you use this. He says, I don't even play the game anymore, just like listening to you speak. I've watched you for years and know you've mentioned doing a podcast before. Any further thoughts on that? Cheers, Nep. Love the hard work you always put in. Well, I appreciate the kind words, and obviously this is one of the top comments, hence we're reading it. One of those things is just one of the things that I would love to do. I just don't have time to do right now. You know, what happens is, and this isn't a complaint or a slight, because I love the position I'm in. I love being the YouTuber that I am. I love doing the amount of work that I am. But a lot of people that get the sort of views that I get and run 2 channels and stuff, they have like social managers, they have editors, and I just do it all myself. And I know when I've talked about this before, people extend their offers to edit for me. You know, I've had a few YouTubers that are like trying to break into the scene and stuff, offer to do my editing for me and such. But the problem is that my internet is to a degree of a level right now where it's only like 7 up and 50 or 60 down, which is still more than good enough to stream from, to play games on, to make videos on. But for editing purposes, I would have to send all of my footage to someone, and let's say just today's video, I would be sending them 5 games worth of gameplay, and these files, because of the size I record them in, are gigabytes on gigabytes, and it would take me hours and hours and hours to send the footage to the person to edit it. And in that same amount of time, I could have edited the video, commentated it, rendered it, uploaded it, and had it ready on YouTube, you know. So getting somebody to do that sort of stuff for me would have to be an in-house editor, and I don't have the capabilities for that. So in terms of like wanting to do a podcast and wanting to do just other things with my life in this industry, right now is just not the right time. You know, obviously back in 2016, 2017, I went through some terrible personal stuff. You know, it was a really sad time for me, a really dark time for me, and it cost me a hell of a lot of money. You know, and I'm still building back up from that now. Still getting back on terms with that now. But when I get into a position where, for the foreseeable future, my family is financially stable and I don't have to worry about you know, is YouTube going to be okay today or not, that's when I'll be able to take less time, or you know, just do like less time on making video content like this, and maybe more time on pursuing like other avenues. And that's not to say that I only do this because I generate revenue from this, but it's to say that this is right now where I love being. You know, I love the fact that I'm working this hard. I love the fact that I'm running 2 successful channels. I love the fact that we're going to be streaming on Facebook soon after partnering up with Facebook. I love the fact that I run these 2 Road to Glories. But even outside of that, next year, I might not do the Road to Glory in the same fashion as we did this year, because it is like I put so much more time, energy and effort into this channel that gets way less views. And I want to kind of rectify that. I want to make sure people on the main channel know that, like, I also give as much on that channel. My content is as important to me on both channels as it is just on this first channel, if that makes any sense. Alex UK says, we better get 2 separate Team of the Season SBCs on Sunday and Tuesday. It will be BS if there's only one and you can pack one from any of the 2 combined. Well, based on what they did for the EFL and Community Team of the Season, there will be 2 individual ones. I can't imagine it would be any other way. Bones Repic says, am I the only one that thought you sold KDB and Son? I did sell KDB and Son, and then I bought them back. I'll explain more why at the second half of the video. Connor Lewis says, no delict, WTF. Now, there is a secret. People seem to assume it's 1. EA didn't say it was 1. What EA said, here's a tweet from EA. The 50-1 countdown may be over, but there is one more rest of the world. Oh, it does say one more. There is one more rest of the world team of the season fan favorite surprise coming next Friday. Okay, so this is why I think that maybe it won't be one guard, is because it says there's one more rest of the world team of the season fan favorite surprise coming next Friday. It doesn't say there's one more team of the season card. It says there's one more surprise. So that could be, hey, here's 10 more players, or here's 5 more players, or here's 3 more players, because De Ligt specifically has been overlooked, so it might well be him. But there are also a few other players as well that people are like, well, how come he didn't get one? How come he didn't get one? How come he didn't get one? But from these players that are there, you know, Anderson Talisca, Alex Telles, Promes, Marlos, Bruno Fernandes, Vorma, like there are some fantastic players there that I kind of want in my team. But again, we're in a situation where we're now locked into so many incredible untradables that it's about building the perfect team rather than, you know, building a team of players that I want now. I don't know, man. Like that Quincy Promes card. Oh, I don't know. We'll see what happens with the World Cup mode. And you know, best case scenario is I don't come back to this Ultimate Team mode. I sell De Bruyne, I sell Son, I sell the 2 players that I bought here today that you're about to see. I sell Ramos, I sell everything in my club that's sellable. I play with a sick untradeable squad because I can actually put out a first 11 of unreal untradeable players. You know, maybe we pack some good untradables from the French and Italian league as well that go into the team or onto the bench. And then I just play the World Cup for the rest of the year, you know, the World Cup game mode. That's best case scenario. And so whatever we're talking about here with the rest of the world players and stuff is kind of irrelevant. Worst case scenario is that the World Cup mode is pretty bad. You know, it's hyped up massively, but people have overhyped it. It doesn't have the same connection as it did when it first came out 4 years ago. And it gets very boring very, very quickly, and people start funneling back to the regular Ultimate Team mode. And in that case, we're still in a great spot for regular Ultimate Team. Then it's going to allow me to say, okay, well now I want to work on, really hard work on, start building up coins again, maybe get back into doing squad battles, top 100 again, you know, going there, maybe try playing 40 games a weekend league again. And going from there and really trying to improve my coin balance again, because I spent 10 weeks at the start of the year, start of the game, building up my coin balance massively. I then spent 4 months doing not a lot, and then 6 to 8 weeks building up my coin balance massively again, but through trading instead of through playing. And now that's led us to the account that we have here. Bear in mind, there's still a long time left with this game. We've still got 4 complete months of this game left. It'll be the end of September. That we get the new game. So it's the 26th of May right now, and it'll be around this time in September that we get the new game. So we've still got 16 weeks of playing this game. So if the World Cup mode, as I say, if the World Cup mode is good, we'll get a good 8 to 10, maybe 12 weeks out of the World Cup mode, and then 4 weeks when the game's dead, where I'll probably just slow down and not even upload the Road to Glory like I did last year. But if the World Cup mode is bad, we're going to have, you know, good sort of 10 to 12, maybe 8 to 10 weeks of trying to build our team back up here. And who knows, man, it might be a case of if the World Cup mode is bad, the Road to Glory channel, we might just stop. You know, we might just stop the Road to Glory. I'll take 3 months off of this channel and just work on the main channel and say, hey guys, you know, or maybe we'll do like some specific Road to Glories, like what can we do in a week? You know, a week to glory, you know, or a month to glory, something like that. Like here's what you can do in a Road to Glory from a brand new account in 7 days, and this is what you can get. You know, obviously we've missed out a lot of stuff on the Team of the Season stuff, which sucks, because if I did that sort of thing during Team of the Season, it would have been great. But yeah, there's a few things we might try. But yeah, if World Cup mode dies really quick and regular Ultimate Team is just boring because there's not a lot to do, this channel might just go into hiatus for a few months, or we might start doing some app games, or maybe we'll start uploading Fortnite to this channel. I don't know, but only time will tell. It's of my personal opinion and my thought process that the World Cup mode is actually going to be super good again. It's going to be really engaging, and I'm going to enjoy playing on it. That's the aim. Alexandre says, who are you considering buying from Team of the Season or Calcio A League 1? There are some pretty good ones there. Well, we buy 2 today that you're going to see. In terms of the other ones that I consider buying, honestly, there are, as you said, there are so many, and they're so cheap. You know, there are some really great players that I look at and think, I would like this guy, but then I sit there and think, who's he going to replace? Like, my team is so good. It's so finished. It's a complete squad I don't know who to take out of my team to put people in for. Ute Oob says, hi Nep, this is just a short question, but what is your team rating with all the team of season on the bench as well? The face cam usually covers it. Right now it's a 193. Later on in the video, I'll show you again, it's a 194. It's definitely the highest rated I've ever had, and it definitely does impact gameplay, so bronze benching OP. And then last but not least, D Satish says, haha, I love all those small amounts Nep traded towards, saving money on SBCs, etc. were undone by the Impulse 125k pack buy. We've all been there. Hey man, I just thought, you know what, 2 team of the seasons, maybe I'm going to be one of those guys that I open one 125k pack with coins and I hit like 4 team of the seasons in one pack or something. Sadly, that wasn't the case. And it ultimately was a waste of coins. But it's relatively easy to make coins in this game. And if the World Cup mode, again, I keep saying if the World Cup mode is engaging and we're good enough at it that we can win the World Cup continuously, we will make a lot of coins through playing the World Cup, which is great. You know, last year, like I said, it was 30k if you won it. So if it's good, if it's engaging this year and I can win it 2 or 3 times a day, could easily be making 100,000 coins a day just from winning the World Cup mode. Like that would be sick, right? But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the gameplay. We end up winning all 5 games, a couple of tough games, big wins in there. But yeah, that is the end of the gameplay, guys. Let's go live. All right, guys. So I made a couple of signings, as you can probably tell by the title. If you look in the top left corner, we're down to 45,000 coins. Problems, very big problems, because it just doesn't leave me much. And with the World Cup mode upon us, I don't know how I'm going to handle things. I don't know, I don't know exactly how many coins we're going to need for the World Cup mode. To answer something that I spoke about earlier on in this video, I did indeed buy Son and De Bruyne back. And the reason why is because when I had Sané in the team and Gnabry in the team, they were fine, but Gnabry is just not good enough. And now on this occasion, I can actually now play Volland up front. However, I played a couple of games with Gnabry and with Sané after I sold Son and De Bruyne, and I was literally just like, I want Son and De Bruyne. They're just so much better than what we have. Not so much better to a degree, but they are just so much better, right? So I bought De Bruyne back, I bought Heung-min Son back. I lost coins on tax, it's whatever. I don't really care because these cards to me are absolute end game cards. And in the time that we've had Son back, we played 12 games, scored 10 goals and got 2 assists from right midfield. The odd occasion I switched into the 4-1-2-1-2, but even then he actually plays as my centre mid. The reason why I play him at centre mid is because, again, high work rates, which is ideal, 5-star, 4-star, which is perfect, 6 foot tall, which is great. His passing is immaculate outside of long passing. His dribbling is good. He's just great. His physicals are good with the boost, so on and so forth. And De Bruyne, since I bought him back, has got 12 games, 12 assists and 17 goals, which genuinely puts to shame Ronaldo's contribution, which is 17 games, 20 goals and 12 assists. So in 5 extra games, Ronaldo has only scored 3 extra goals and the assists remain the same. So just for me kind of validates the fact that De Bruyne is, what I've said since I used the Team of the Year version right back in January, he's just the best player in the game, in my personal opinion. Now, one of the problems I've got right now is that we have again locked ourselves into too many untradables. Fortunately, we've done it late in the year, and fortunately, we've done it with insane players. Wendell, amazing. I've enjoyed every game I played with him. Bailey, amazing. The fact that he's played most of the games at left midfield, 16 goals, 10 assists, fantastic. Goretzka is truly, truly amazing. Obviously, Ruud Gullit is unreal. Ronaldo is unreal. Maldini is unreal. Zanetti is unreal. And what I wanted to do was basically either start filling up my bench with players that are also outrageously good, which is why we're going to show you the 2 signings that I made here today, or start getting players and selling off the ones that I've bought. So we could potentially sell Heung-min Son. I bought him for 620. Where's he at now? Down at 500k by looks of things. Even less than 500k. That is really surprising that he's that cheap. He is in the 400s now, which is surprising, but it doesn't bother me too much. We've got De Bruyne that we bought for 817. He is now down in, what? 660? Holy moly, 630? He's down to like 600k. That's crazy. That takes it to about, what's that, 1 million between those two. We've then got Sergio Ramos that I bought for 800k. He's down in the 5s now, or 600 give or take. And obviously I love Sergio Ramos. And then Ter Stegen I bought for 224, and he's one of the ones that's actually held his price a little bit more up at the 150 mark or so. But still, I've made huge losses on these players, and I don't mind, because this is our end game team. No matter what happens with the World Cup mode, this will be our team for the majority of it. There's only 4 tradable players in it, and that limits what I can do with the tradable players. And of course, we've taken a huge hit in coins. But what I did is I went and bought 2 Calcio A players. We went and bought Higuain and Pjanic. Now for Pjanic, I bought him because he was so cheap at 245 and is about 250 still. There was actually some bids on him at over 250. So I haven't lost any coins on him. Not that I even care, but his stats are insane. 5'11", 4-star, 4-star. Just unreal for as far as a CDM goes. And then I also bought Higuain because, again, 4-star weak foot, high medium, 6 foot tall. Just remarkable stats. But sadly, I bought him at 395 and he's down at 350 or so right now. So I can't get over the fact as to how cheap some, even to a degree most, of the Calcio A team of the season cards are. So I could sell Son and De Bruyne, get 1 million coins back, and use Pjanic and Higuain, and then this team would set up in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. If I wanted to go to the 4-4-2, I would have to play probably Goretzka on the outside as a winger, and that wouldn't even be a problem. He'd be an okay winger. He's got decent enough crossing, good passing, good pace. But yeah, in the 4-1-2-1-2, Pjanic in at CDM, Goretzka and Hullet in midfield, Bailey at cam, and then Ronaldo and Higuain up front. If this works out, that's great, because what I didn't want to do was just limit myself to using this team for the rest of the game, because there are still going to be additions. Of course, on Sunday, we're going to get French and Italian League guaranteed SBC. On Tuesday, we're going to get French and Italian League guaranteed SBC, and that might change the dynamics of this squad again. I don't assume that I will need too many coins for the World Cup mode, right? Because as per last World Cup, if you buy a 7.5k pack, or like, obviously this is new this time compared to last time, it was only 5k packs before, but if you buy a 7.5k pack, you get a 7.5k pack in the World Cup mode, you get the players, but you also get a 7.5k pack in the regular mode, so you can sell the items from that and make some coins back. And then you can actually generate coins, hopefully, through winning the World Cup, which you could do before. You got, I think, 30,000 coins for winning it. But the bottom line is that there's such a limited number of players in the World Cup mode, and with the SBCs and stuff, there's so many ways to generate these players that even to get the best squads, I don't think we're far off being able to do that, even with the limited number of coins that I currently have. So the World Cup mode is coming on Monday or Tuesday, so I am going to have to sell some of these players come Monday or Tuesday. And right now is obviously a market crash due to the fact that the World Cup mode is coming and everyone's really trying to get prepared and get everything that they want in terms of coin value to go into the World Cup mode. But I do believe that the market will recover a little bit. Now, in terms of what I've got, we can quite comfortably go out of our way and play all of our untradables, no problem. I would honestly as well, I would pick Volland personally over Gnabry. So I could go and do that. Now I've only got 2 tradables in the squad. I could sell De Bruyne. I could sell Heung-min Son. I could sell Pjanic. I could sell Higuain, and that would free us up about 1.5 to 1.8 million coins. I could even go and sell Sergio Ramos, and then just go and buy a different goalkeeper from maybe the regular David De Gea or something. I don't know how much he is these days. So I could get up to maybe 2.5 million coins, and that's actually pretty great considering how much it's depreciated, considering how good our team is, and if we get something good out of these next packs, like if we get a Thiago Silva's going in there, even if we get a Marquinhos, and in fact, in the terms of the daily knockout tournament, the centre-back that you get from the French league, from the DKT, is sick. Like, he looks genuinely amazing. Not Quagliarella, not really fussed about him, but Marcelo, that card looks very good. Like, I don't know, I'm not going to say he's going to be as good as Sergio Ramos, because he won't be. In fact, I don't even think, like, Benatia, who was someone I was looking at. Let's go and have a look at Benatia's price. Benatia, who was someone I was looking at, is not quite as good as Sergio Ramos, and I'll show you guys why. But how much is the team of the season Benatia? I mean, he's under 300k. 280 there. 280 there. Let's pop the minimum buy now to 200 and the maximum buy now to 260 and see if we can get I mean, 260, right? 260. Now, I could sell Ramos for, what, 600,000 or so. I think that's where he was at right now, and I could replace him for Benatia. And maybe it would be a smart thing to do right now because of the fact that I don't play this game much right now because we're waiting for the World Cup mode. So Ramos there is down in the about 580, 590 for a guaranteed sale. When we compare the two, Benatia has one more pace point, 2 less physical, 1 less defending, and that's fine, 3 less dribbling. And when you look at Benatia, I look at him and I think, you know what, medium high, 6'3", compared to Ramos's high medium 6 foot, Benatia wins out right there. When we look at the attribute details, and we've got, wait, why? Oh, that's not my Ramos. So in terms of pace, obviously Benatia has more sprint speed and same acceleration. So with the anchor card, he does better. He has defensive stats that are comparable, and with the anchor again, he gets into a good spot. And he has physical stats that are comparable, more strength, a little less aggression, a little less jumping, and much less stamina. So that obviously is not really a problem. Like, his physicals are good enough as it is. The problem that I have with Benatia is the ball control. The ball control for Ramos is much better, and the agility and balance is also way better, specifically agility. And when reacting and turning to sprint and stuff, that's why Ramos is just so good, because he's more agile, he's got better ball control, he's got better physicals, and the price, that's why the price difference is there. So I might still make some changes to this team, and I don't necessarily want to screw myself into a fully untradeable squad, but I'm not opposed to it. What I do want to do though is for my next weekend league games that you guys are going to see from tomorrow, because we've got no more gameplay today after those first batch of weekend league games, is you are going to see me using Pjanic and using Higuain. I want to play some games with these guys. I want to test out how good they are, get a feel for them, and just hopefully have some fun. Now, somebody also asked what my team rating is. When I set up the team like this, with all the players in like this is a 194 squad. So yeah, this is like definitely the highest rated club I've ever had in a Road to Glory. I have a feeling some of the chat is going to be like, oh, you wasted coins, you bought at the wrong time and stuff, but we spent so long building up to this point to enjoy teams like this that I'm happy. I'm also, as funny as this is going to sound, having no coins left available but still wanting to try out more players and buy more players and get involved in more things, it actually encourages me to get back into trading, back into playing maybe some squad battles at basic level, maybe some foot champs at 18 wins. Because now it's like, okay, well, if I want to get Milinkovic, Savic and try him out in that midfield, I'm going to need to go and get the coins for that. And so by buying all these players up and wanting to have the best bench possible, I've actually put myself in a position where now I'm eager to get back into the game, to play more and to generate more coins so that we can keep improving this team whilst also having coins available for the World Cup mode. But anyway, guys, this is the squad. We're going to play a live game with this squad tomorrow, so I can give you guys an idea of how the team sets up, what Pjanic and Higuain look like. But for now, guys, this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.